The most critical window of opportunity in any sponsorship program is immediately after you've delivered and fulfilled all of your sponsorship obligations with your current partners. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my #1 question to ask current sponsors so that you can upgrade them and sign them into multi-year agreements. Check it out. The most important thing you can do to renew sponsors is to give this video a thumbs up and then to ask this question. Whenever I'm sitting across from an existing sponsor and I'm presenting my fulfillment report to go over everything we delivered, everything we promised, and to get feedback from them about how we can do better, I always ask this question. Hey sponsor, I've really enjoyed working with you and I love this relationship that we've built. And so I want to ask you a question. It's a bit of a bold question. Are you all right if I ask you something that may seem a bit cheeky or out of line? Wait for them, of course, to give you permission to ask this question. Right, the idea is that you're presenting it in a playful way, right? You know this question is maybe unreasonable. They say yes, then you ask the question. What would we have to do as the rights holder, as the property? What would we have to do to get you to agree to give us twice as much money next year and for it to be the best marketing investment you've made in the last 5 years? The reason I like to frame it this way is that I'm saying to my sponsor, listen, I don't want to suggest that you should give us more money or not. I just want to know, what would it take for us to be your preferred partner, for us to double our engagement together, and for it to be the best thing you've done in 5 years? You want to present it this way so that you're telling your sponsor, you're not just asking them for more cash for the same thing. You're asking them how you can give them more value, more benefit. The timing of this question is critical. You don't just pick up the phone and ask that question to your sponsors or to your partners. You deliver a fulfillment report. You have over-delivered on your sponsorship engagement. You've given them everything they've asked for and more. And if you've been following our channel and reading our blog posts, and certainly for clients of ours, you already know how to over-deliver on your partnership and your sponsorships. So when you're in a position where you've over-delivered with your sponsor and you present the question like, we can be honest with each other. Let me just ask this question. I'm curious what you think it would take for us to get there. When you ask this question in a non-committal way, you're not asking your sponsor to sign a new proposal. You're not submitting a new pitch deck to them with double the rights fees. You're simply saying, how can we ask you for twice as much and make this the best investment you've made? Get ready for ideas you never thought of. Get ready for ideas that you could never think of. The only people who know what they'd be willing to pay more money for and the truly valuable assets, the only people who know the answer to that question are your sponsor. And if you've over-delivered, and if you've been a good partner, and if you've been a good property, and you've helped your sponsor achieve ROI and you've helped them measure it, you have earned the right to ask that question. Now, after you and your sponsor have this conversation about what it would take to double the rights fee, make a list of all of the assets, all of the outcomes, all of the opportunities, and then ask the question, do you want to give it a try? Do you want to see if we can actually put together a proposal that achieves all of these goals? Then take that back to the valuation calculator or the valuation methodology that you're using. Make sure that what they're asking for is within reason, is in fact not worth 10 times your rights fees. And if it is in fact worth to you double, maybe triple the rights fees, then what I like to do is go back to the sponsor with the proposal, with all of the things they asked for. And instead of charging them double, I charge them 1.5 times. You told me this would be worth double the rights fees. So instead of $25,000, you told me this would be worth $50,000. Well, I'm suggesting that you only pay me $37,500 for the exact same assets and outcomes that you said was worth $50. But I want you to sign a 2-year agreement with me. Let's do it for 2 years and see if we can get these outcomes that you're after. In other words, you're giving them a great deal. They've already told you they'd be willing to pay twice as much. You're giving them a great deal, and in exchange, you're asking them to negotiate in good faith and sign a multi-year agreement. This one question is such a powerful tool in your sponsorship sales toolbox, because if you actually haven't delivered on the agreement and your sponsor just hasn't told you, asking this question will prompt them to tell you all the things wrong with the relationship or with the sponsorship opportunity. If you've over-delivered and they see an opportunity to work together, they'll feel comfortable telling you all of the new assets that they would love to see as part of the sponsorship program. And when you offer them a great discount and a multi-year agreement, the likelihood that they're going to say yes, or at the very least consider it, goes up significantly. This is how I typically close multi-year agreements. This is how I typically move people up the sales ladder or the value ladder. Now, if you like what you heard today and you want to go a bit deeper, then join me in our free training, How to Grow Your Sponsorship Program. I'm going to drop a link in the comments below so that you can join us there. And remember, the sponsorship proposal doesn't make the sale. And in fact, neither does the fulfillment report. You do. Good luck out there.